Am I the asshole for refusing to apologize to my neighbor after I ignored her while out for a walk? No. Bitch, I don't gotta talk to you. I, 20 male, like to go on walks around my neighborhood almost every day. I like to put in my earbuds and listen to music while I'm walking. I'm an introvert, so I don't like stopping to talk to my neighbors if they're also out for their walks. I'll either wave or say a quick hello and continue on. Now, I have this neighbor, let's call her Rita, up the street who's a bit of a problem. She's an older woman, possibly mid to late 70s, and she has a bit of a main character syndrome. Rita's one of those old-fashioned people that feels like they're entitled to a full conversation with people while they're out walking, meaning a quick hello is unacceptable to her. Oh, fucking well, Rita. It's not my fault you ain't got nobody to talk to on a daily fucking basis, bitch. I didn't come out here to talk to you. I am trying to fucking walk. Good day. I didn't feel like stopping to talk to her, especially because I had other things to do after my walk and I didn't want to be out longer than necessary. I just walked right by Rita's house with my earbuds in and I pretended that I didn't notice her sitting on her front porch. I got past her house and I heard the sounds of someone yelling. I took out one of my earbuds while continuing to walk. I heard her yelling, "You hear me, young man? I'm telling your mother about this." I thought she was just being dramatic and I continued on my walk. When I got home, my mom was in the kitchen and stopped me. She told me that Rita called her and complained about me. She told me she isn't mad at me because she knows that Rita is entitled and she means well. Then stop fucking talking to me. Then stop the conversation right the fuck there. Right there. That's where it should have fucking stopped. Rita called me, but I want you to know that I'm not upset because I know she could be fucking long-winded and entitled. That's where it should have ended. Everything after that is fucking useless. You shouldn't have kept talking to me. However, my mom thought I should go over to Rita's house and apologize to her anyway, because our neighborhood is pretty small and everyone knows everybody. She doesn't want Rita to badmouth us to anyone and make us look bad. I wasn't surprised because there's nothing my mother cares more about than her image. I told my mom I wasn't going to apologize because Rita needs to learn she's not entitled to anyone's time. Plus, most of our neighbors don't like her either, so there's nothing she could say to ruin our family's reputation. My mom still thinks that I should apologize to keep the peace. So am I the asshole? Tell your mama to go talk to her. Tell your mom to go down there and talk to her. Since you care so fucking much about your fucking image, you go down and apologize to Rita and spend the next 5 to 6 hours shooting the shit with her. Because I'm not going down there. Am I the asshole for giving my husband the same treatment he gives me? I, 28 male, have been married to my husband, 25 male, for about 2 years now. We met through Instagram during the pandemic when everybody was grounded, and we've been talking ever since. We got married 2 years after the pandemic, and things have been weird since then. Our communication is good, the love we have for each other is good, but the intimate life is non-existent. I might get it once every 6 months, but he finds time to take care of himself and just leaves me sexually frustrated. There's been a few accounts where I've caught him entertaining other guys, even down to the point where he sends nudes and videos. Even one video had me in it, but he doesn't know that I know. To make matters worse, he's always preferred self-pleasure versus being intimate with me. He's gotten to the point where he doesn't want me touching him there, and when I ask him what's wrong, he always says nothing, but then goes and pleasures himself. Is your husband actually gay? I mean, it's only one or two things. He's actually not gay or he's cheating on you, because I don't understand. I don't get it. I try to initiate, but he moves away. And when we talked about it, he just says, just ask for it. But when I do, it's always, I need you to discipline yourself. As if 6 months of no intimacy is not discipline. But I digress. One time we showered together and things were getting heated. Then he just stopped out of nowhere. We got out only for him to go in the bathroom and handle himself. I feel like it's my weight because he's smaller than I am and I'm on the fluffier side of the church. It's even to the point where the people that he's entertaining look nothing like me. They're all fit and have muscles and things of that nature, and I'm a teddy bear. I'm so confused. I work a full-time job, and sometimes I pull doubles so we can move out into our own. All I ask for at least is for the pipe to be laid every now and then, but I can't get that. All I get is a little tease here and there and then rants for hours. Then we eat, then sleep. That's the pattern. Today he tried to touch me and I pulled away saying that I was tired from work, 12 hours on my feet. He got mad and said, now you don't want to give me any. Sir, It's been 18, 11 fucking months and you want the one time I can barely keep my eyes open? No, I don't want to give you any. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. I told him that he's had plenty of chances since April to get what he wanted, so it's not my fault that he didn't take it. I also told him that he said that I should discipline myself, so that's what I'm doing. Now he's mad and throwing a fit. Am I the asshole for pulling a him on him? Absolutely not. You're definitely not the asshole for giving him the same treatment that he's giving you. You literally used his words against him. His fucking bad. He didn't think that it was going to backfire on him. It's not fair for him to turn you away every single time you ask, then to just expect it. Expect you to just bust it wide open simply because he's decided now I want to. That's selfish as fuck, and I can only imagine how hurtful. Okay, so first you said that your communication is good, but then said that when you try to talk to him about it, he tells you that nothing's wrong. That's not good communication, because there's some reason as to why he would rather enjoy his hand than his husband. There is a reason for this, and he's not communicating this with you. So that communication, no, your communication is not good. If he is refusing to talk to you about this, my question to you is, how long do you plan to deal with it? You guys have been married for 2 years, and you said things have been weird since you guys got married. How long are you going to deal with this? How long are you going to deal with someone that tells you, if you want to be intimate with me, you need to ask me? But then when you do, they shoot you down and tell you, discipline yourself. You deserve to be with someone that's going to ravish you the first time they look at you. When you wake up in the morning with your hair all over the place and crusties in your eye, you deserve someone who's going to call you beautiful in that moment. How long are you going to deal with somebody that would rather send pictures and videos with you included to other people than to be with the person that they've promised to love and support and be with and be loyal to? How long are you going to deal with that? A drunk idiot pantsed my boyfriend at his local bowling alley and embarrassed him in front of everybody. Beat him up. Beat him the fuck up. My boyfriend recently moved across the country for a better job opportunity 3 months ago. He's been having a hard time making friends and being alone in a new city. One hobby he loves to do is bowling. When we both lived in the same town, he would go weekly and bowl competitively. That's so cute. He joined a local bowling team in his city recently. Tonight, he was having a great time bowling like he usually does, except a drunk guy on the other team decided it would be funny to go and pants him when it was his turn to bowl. In front of everyone, both his underwear and his pants went down. Beat him up. That's so fucking disrespectful. That is like, how fucking old are we? We are adults, and you think this shit is fucking funny, you overgrown man-child? Nobody laughed. Immediately, he pulled his pants up and went and sat down. He just sat there for the rest of the night. The guy tried apologizing, but he refused to accept it. He called me crying afterwards and told me that he's too embarrassed to go back, ever. This absolutely breaks my heart because bowling is his passion. He doesn't know the guy's name and he doesn't have anyone on his social media on his team. It breaks my heart to know that he's too devastated to go back and do what he loves to do. What else can I do to help him? What can he do to make himself feel better? What grown-ass fucking man thinks it's funny to pants another grown man? You know what I hear when I hear shit like that? Gay, 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 gay. He just don't fucking want to accept it. Because why? What the fuck made you think looking at this grown-ass man's pool stick, marbles, and booty is what everyone in the room wants to fucking do? No, that's so fucking disrespectful and childish as hell. Childish as fuck. Honestly, I would encourage him to go back. I would encourage your boyfriend to go back and continue doing what makes him happy. Because I promise you, everybody in the room thinks that man is an asshole. Nobody found that shit funny. No one laughed. They were probably all just as horrified as your boyfriend was. I would encourage him to go back. He would be surprised. His teammates were probably waiting for him. There's probably other people there like, hey, dude, we seen what happened. We're glad you decided to come back. I would encourage him to continue doing what he loves. Don't allow one asshole to take away your passion. Thinking about not attending my brother's wedding because of his fiance's prank on my husband. I'm a 25 female and my husband is 30. My brother 32 male and his fiance 31 female. Too motherfucking old to be pulling pranks, bitch. 31 motherfucking years old? No. No, hell no, bitch. You too fucking old. Grow up. My brother, 32 male, and his fiance, 31 female, recently came to visit us in our city. My partner and I are new homeowners, and they were staying with us for the first time. My brother's fiance loves Halloween, and she's a Disney adult. She has a childlike side to her which comes out sometimes. She's just super involved or absorbed when it comes to her interest. Anyways, I'm just sharing this for context because my perspective is that she often gets carried away. And I genuinely feel like what I'm going to describe is the result of one of those moments where she just took it too far and suffered some negative consequences. My brother's fiance, however, is taking this as a very personal attack. So we disagree, and the disagreement resulted in my husband cutting their visit short, aka they were asked to leave. My brother's fiance has made comments more than a few times now that she's met him that my husband gives off a dark vibe. She's always comparing him to characters from various books that she reads. It's not necessarily criticism. She's always explaining that they're compliments. She's fangirling over your husband because of the characters in her. Bitch, touch the grass. Outside, touch the grass because that's fucking weird. Her reasons for these comparisons are based on his looks, the general vibe he gives off, and his tattoo. He only has one, but it's on his hand. During this recent visit, she mentioned she would love to see someone like him get scared because she can't imagine him getting startled or letting out a scream. Scaring him became her goal during her stay with us. None of us knew about it, not even my brother. The incident causing all of the trouble is that she tried to jump scare my husband in the garage. It was dark and she ambushed him while wearing a full outfit and mask while he was returning from a run. Her bad. I hope he knocked her ass out. I truly hope he put fist to mouth and knocked her the fuck out. Because people like this need to learn their lesson and they need to learn it fucking hard. Why would you jump scare somebody? You have no idea how someone is going to respond when they are afraid. Do she know if this man carries or not? Because he could have filled her ass up full of some fucking hot shit while she trying to get a few goddamn chuckles out. Well, my husband didn't let out the scream that she wanted. He instinctively reacted by shoving her against the wall. She hit her head and was quite shaken up. Luckily, he realized very quickly by the sound she made that it likely wasn't an intruder. He switched the lights on and pulled her mask off. He told me he was very confused in the moment. Why would she attack him? See, he doesn't even see it as a fucking joke. He literally still thinks she attacked him. He don't see this as a fucking prank. He doesn't even see it as, oh, she was trying to scare me. Why did she attack me? He's seen her as a fucking threat. My husband helped her inside, apologized, made her tea, and then called me. I was out with my brother. When we got home, I asked her if she was okay. I told her that her prank was stupid because she could have gotten seriously hurt. I don't know if it was what I said that bothered her or if she was just waiting for my brother to come in, but she launched into crying about how my husband used an excessive amount of force, knowing that it wasn't likely to be an intruder, and it was her doing just a harmless prank. Get the fuck out of here. How the fuck was I supposed to know that it was you when I am coming back from a run, not expecting some fucking random to jump out at me for one? Two, you were in the damn dark. In the garage. Why you in the garage in the dark? Why would I be expecting you to be in the garage in the dark, bitch? How the fuck would I know that it was you? All right, man. Okay. You should sit your childish ass the fuck down somewhere if you aren't going to be able to eat the consequences of your dumbass fucking actions. In a nutshell, my husband asked her straightforward, "Are you implying that I intentionally assaulted you?" She hesitated, but chose to say yes. My husband responded to that with, "Get out of my house, period. If you think I hurt you, you shouldn't want to stay here. Good day. Go home." I tried to smooth it out, but my husband was adamant if that's what she genuinely believes, she's not welcome to stay. She chose to stick to her accusation, and I decided to side with my husband. My brother is angry with me. Where the fuck were you when this argument was going down? How the fuck you mad at the one person that wasn't involved? But where the fuck were you? Standing there listening to your bitch cry and accuse your brother-in-law of doing something that you know he didn't fucking do? Keep your anger to yourself, bro. My brother is angry at me. He thinks I should have tried to do damage control and let them stay by convincing my brother to lean more into apologizing and placating his fiance who was just recovering from the situation, a situation that she caused. No. He thinks the whole thing would have blown over if I'd helped my husband fold. So you didn't want the things to blow over. You wanted my husband to give in to your punk ass fiance. No, y'all got to get the fuck out of my house. You have to get out of my house. I find this unfair. My brother was counting on me to handle all of this, yet he didn't speak up during the conversation or try to talk some sense into his fiance. My husband remained calm the entire time, but he's obviously felt insulted by her remarks, and I think that's valid. Why should I be expected to take my brother's fiance's side over my own husband, especially when I feel like she was wrong for doing all of that, then turning around and accusing my husband of wanting to hurt her? My brother says that I was short-sighted and I should think of their upcoming wedding, but I think he's the one who needs to get his fiance to apologize to my husband. If you're gonna be stupid, you gotta be tough. Bitch, if you won't be stupid and hide in a dark garage in a mask with the intention to scare someone, you don't get to cry and be the victim when they bounce your head off a fucking wall. If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough. Update. I tried to talk to my brother multiple times after the incident, but each attempt ended in silence because I refused to give in to his demands. He wanted my husband and I to apologize to his fiance, starting with me downplaying the whole situation so she wouldn't feel bad about her prank. Fuck all of that, bitch. Feel bad. Feel real fucking bad. How your head feel? I hesitated to send him the Reddit post that I made. Initially, I thought it might work against us to make things worse, but his total inability to reason with me or see the situation for what it was became beyond frustrating. Since I couldn't physically deliver a cold, hard slap to his face for asking me to be complicit in allowing my husband to be falsely accused of assault, I figured the next best thing would be for him to read all of your comments. Following the advice that I got here, I tried to get ahead of this situation by informing my parents. My dad, a reasonable and practical man, immediately sided with my husband. His comments were similar to what a lot of people here said, focusing on how dangerous and reckless the prank was and the ramifications of being falsely accused of assault. My mom, who unfortunately has always favored my brother, suggested we at least hear her out, referring to my brother's fiance. As livid as I was about her reaction, I wasn't at all surprised by it. My dad did try to shut down her skepticism, but she remained on my brother's side for a few days, until I showed them footage from my brother's Tesla, which he had tried to delete. My brother's car had recorded part of the interaction in the garage, not the jump scare itself, but the aftermath, which in my opinion is more crucial. My husband's account was confirmed. He used a measured amount of force to immobilize her and was prepared to escalate if necessary, which is beyond generous for someone to do in a situation like that and definitely not owed. Many of you speculated that she might have a fixation or even a crush on my husband, and I'm starting to reconsider some past interactions with that in mind. I also misunderstood what dark books she expressed that she enjoyed and compared my fiance to. I definitely agree. I think her girly parts get warm for your husband in some type of way. I do. We have a group chat for the wedding. It includes my brother, my parents, his fiance, as well as her parents in the chat. I addressed the situation, but I didn't share the footage. I only mentioned that it exists. Her parents didn't respond in the chat, though I know they've seen the message. Later, her mom called mine. Apparently, they had no idea about the prank. It's hard to say whether they believe me or if they've taken their daughter's side after speaking with her. My brother's fiance and my brother have both extended apologies to my husband and have requested our presence at their upcoming wedding. My parents, trying to keep the peace, have encouraged us to go, saying that it's the honorable thing to do. For the sake of family formality, we've decided to attend. My husband has made it clear that we'll be there out of obligation. We'll be keeping our distance from them going forward. We haven't stated it, but there will be no future invitations to our home, not even for the holiday dinner that we've had planned before all of this happened. My husband's going to minimize all future interactions with my brother's fiance. I don't think we'll ever be able to trust her again. I'm going to try to spend some one-on-one time with my brother to gauge where we stand. Our relationship feels strained now, and this incident has made me realize that I lost him to her long before this happened, something I hadn't fully recognized until now. Thank you to everyone for sharing your opinions.